Seriously, just checking my order. Oh no, I did it again. I forgot to put the screen on the thing. How dare it. Anyways, so yeah, it's working now. I can't believe I did that again. I did that last stream, but for the entire stream, all you could see was the start menu, and yeah, still annoyed about that. Anyways, what was I doing? Good evening, y'all. I'm Hatton. Welcome to my channel, and I am not making my dream game today. See, I've wanted to be developing. Making games has been a hobby of mine for about 5-ish years now. It's hard to tell exactly when I started, but it's been something that I've wanted for a while now. And last year, I took the first major step and I released my first game on Game Jolt to be played publicly. And that is when I'd say I started my game development career. Ever since then, I've made, finished and released 5 at a time this video comes out, games, one on Game Jolt, the rest on itch.io, and I'm here to tell you about my 6th game, unnamed farming horror game. Now what is this game? As you can probably imagine, it's a farming horror game where you grow crops, buy upgrades and try to avoid enemies. It is similar in structure to Stardew Valley with the day-night cycle. However, it's still quite early phases, so I can't really go into specific things because I just started work on this game. Why am I making this video? As I said, I've made a few games, and while I've talked about the process and I've streamed one of them, partially during development, I have not made a full YouTube series because, to be honest, I didn't think I could do it. However, during the way to know if you can do it is to start, and the reason I chose this game to be my first is because this is my first paid release. All those other games I mentioned, they are all free on itch.io or Game Jolt. However, this one will be going on Steam and it will cost money because this is a game that I think is going to be worth money. And as I said, it's on Steam, so it's going to cost money to make, or at least cost money to publish. And I feel confident about this game. As I said, it's not my dream game. It's not something I wanted to make for years and years, but it is important to me. I talked more about this in my previous video, but this game is heavily inspired by Pumpkin Panic, which has been a quite important game to me because I love it, and because I've seen it get absolutely no attention on the internet. And what I do, when I love something and it doesn't get enough attention, I make it myself and I manufacture that attention. So I have a previous video talk about why I love this game, why I love Pumpkin Panic, and I'm making this game to honour that love and to do something with all that passion and all those ideas I have because of this game. What do I have so far? Well, as you can see, I have movement, collision, inventory that you can't see because I have a bad stream set up, and planting. Woo. Not much. But what about artwork? Huzzah! Outdated art that's already changed. So yeah, I don't have much to show you, but I do have a lot to tell you about, and you know what they say, tell, don't show. Anyways, the structure for these devlogs will be at the end of every month. I will recap everything I've done on streams, what I've done to develop this game, any research I've done, any interesting things I've done because of this game, and I'll be showing some exclusive artwork. However, for the moment, I'd like to show you my plan for this game. The Pumpkin Panic game dev document, as you can see. Already behind, I've gotten very little done, but you can see that this is not going to be, but this is everything I plan to do for the next 5 months. Yeah, for the next 5 months. As you can see, it's a lot, but what you don't know is that this isn't anything I haven't done before. Everything I've done in those previous games everything you see on this screen has its roots in a previous game, whether finished or not. Everything I've done is stuff I've done before. It's stuff I know I can do. All I have to do is do it. So what do I want you to take away from this video? A, subscribe and follow me on Twitch and Tumblr and AO3. All the socials, they'll be in the description. Ha ha ha. Anyways, what I really want you to take away is this document. It looks like a lot. This press kit. Well, it doesn't look like a lot, but we'll talk about that in a future video. But everything you see here, it's something new. This game isn't something I've made before, but when you break it down, it's all the bones, all these little pieces are things I've done before. That's my takeaway from this video. Everything you haven't done is made up of things you have done before, and everything you have done is just preparation for something you haven't done. So don't be afraid to try, don't be afraid to fail, and hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell, and rule of 3. Good night, y'all.